All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Yahweh Shai. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Yahweh Shai. Wabakakadash. Man, we in those times, we in those days. All right, and one sentiment you kind of feel is, kind of like the prophets. I believe it was Idris. He said, "Woe unto me," in those days. And then another one is of excitement. All right, let's go ahead and get this on, man. Let's get to it, because I want to see the power of the Lord. And that's a prayer that's what I think about every day, man. The Lord is going to show his power. He's going to show these people. He's going to show why we honor his name. He's going to show all of that. All right, it's showtime. All right, but hey, man, ultimately, if you're listening to this epistle, this digital epistle, and the Lord has led you to Israel, he's led you to these different lessons and led you to the scriptures, and you understand and you agree, then the Holy Spirit is dealing with you. All right, and that's something that we, always want to keep, man. Want to keep that spirit on us. We want to obey that voice. Don't go against the voice. It tells about that wisdom of Solomon. You'll understand the voice. It's talking about the spirit. All right, the ministration of angels which are sent to give you understanding on something. And a lot of times, it'll be quick too. Hey, we wanna be in the spirit where we obey the Lord the first time. Sometimes, the Lord got to repeat himself. And then, at first, sometimes you don't get it. And then, as you go through more affliction and more fire, you start to catch it the first time. You start to catch on to the when Satan is fucking with you with the same business, you start to catch on to it quicker. All right, I was in a situation, and I'll just put it like this. I was dealing with something in my mind, and then I had locked my keys in the car, but I have a digital little thing I could open the car, but it didn't work. And I sat there and I prayed and I thought about it. I said, yeah, the Lord's jacking me up, because I entertain certain thoughts, and I repented for that. And then I went over, the Spirit told me, okay, now try the little control panel again. I tried it again. The car opened right up. I swear I had tried, not I swear, but I had tried it like 20 times in a row. Control panel just wouldn't work. I say, that's the Lord. All right, the Lord will put you in a situation where you have to call on him and you have to trust on him and you have to have that faith. And we're being built up to that now, and in the times we're coming in, it's going to have to be no variation in that. All right, Isaiah 30:18. Matter of fact, let's get right to the point. Verse 21, and thine ears shall hear a word behind thee saying, this is the way, walk ye in it, when ye turn to the right hand and when ye turn to the left. All right, so the Lord, that voice is going to be with us. Go this way, go that way. Don't trust him. All right, and really, I can remember that voice since I was a kid, I can remember that voice. And I can remember every time I went against that voice, I didn't listen to that voice, something bad happened. I was like, damn, man, I knew it. And a lot of brothers testify to that. That's the same occurrence happened to them. And now we know what that is. And I was saying, like, damn, man, I knew that shit was going to happen. I knew it. Before the whole thing played out, I knew it was, man. All right, that's the Lord. That's the power we serve. Yahweh Shai can read people's thoughts, man. Sometimes people come up, you can read their spirits. You can know instantly that this person's a demon. You can know instantly, okay, this person might be sincere. Of course, they have to be proven. They have to be tested. You watch them. But that's the power we serve. All right, Psalms 32 and 7. Matter of fact, let me start up. All right, because right now we're giving a confession. All right, oh man, this whole chapter is good, but I'm going to jump through. Because these people, they're going to want to be protected, but you ain't under the shadow of the Almighty. You don't believe. All right, Psalms 32 and 1, a psalm of David, Michelle. Blessed is he whose transgression is forgiven, whose sin is covered. And see, that's what we want, man, a covering. Because with the wicked, it say there's no cloak for their sins. See, they're just going to be ass out. All right, we want a covering for our shame. Blessed is the man unto whom the Lord imputeth no iniquity, and in whose spirit there is no guile. And see, the thing about us, the scriptures talk about that. The elect is going to be found with no guile, no lies, no deception. See, the rest of these people, they'll sell out for a certain price. They'll put on a gimmick, entertainment. They'll come, with that silver tongue and tell people what they want to hear and play to people's feelings. And, here's that shit is going to fall short. Because at the end of all of that, it's like, well, I'm still, suffering. I'm still going through it. All right. Hey, at the end of the day, you have to face reality. Everything that you have, everything that you hold dear, at a certain point, you're gonna have to let it go. You got that's the path that we're on. We're not here to fool anybody or give anybody a false doctrine. And we use the whole book too, man, because the Lord is found throughout the whole book. All right, Paul was the apostle of the Gentiles. But before he went, and dealt with the Gentiles, guess what? Peter dealt with Cornelius. All right, and Yahweh Shai was dealing directly with Paul. See, when you reject and you try to nitpick out of this book, I only like this part. You reject Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is found throughout the entire script, the entire book. You're going to find Yahweh Shai. All right, whether it be his spirit that are on his men, or him actually in another form, as an angel or as someone else. All right, with the same spirit, a different flesh. All right, but now he's coming as a celestial force. See, this time is going to be different. A time never seen before. This is Psalms 32 and 5. I acknowledge my sin unto thee, and mine iniquity have I not hid. I said, I will confess my transgressions unto the Lord, and thou forgavest the iniquity of my sin. For this shall every one that is godly pray unto thee in a time when thou mayest be found. And that's key. In a time where the Lord can be found, understanding is open, the books are open. Hey, when you put this book up too, we don't want to be, I don't want to be found with guile in my mouth. I don't want to be found as a hypocrite. I don't want to be found as the wicked. Somebody who picked this book up and, they're warping the image of Yahweh Shai. They're trying to take away from it or add something else to it that's not of him. You have a lot of men who pick this book up, and what they don't understand, you're going to receive hard judgment for that. But they pick up this book, they use it to make money, they use it to get favors from people, or they misuse the men of the Lord because they get into a leadership position. All those things are going to be accounted for. All right, but this says, back to the scriptures, it says, surely in the floods of great waters, they shall not come nigh unto him. Yeah, when the shit happens, you're not going to be near unto the Lord. Thou art my hiding place. Thou shalt preserve me from trouble. Thou shalt compass me about with songs of deliverance. I would instruct thee and teach thee in the way which thou shalt go. I will guide thee with mine eyes. So there it is again. Where y'all going to be at? Y'all going to meet we following the Spirit. That's where we're going to be at. When shit hits the fan and everything goes left, we're going to follow the Spirit of the Lord to deliverance. Be ye not as the horse or as the mule, which hath no understanding, whose mouth must be held in with bit and bridle, lest they come near unto thee. All right, so we're supposed to have a certain level of understanding what we're here for. It's a certain point where we can come with all the scriptures in the world, but, you have to be able to apply what you've learned to your personal issues and develop your, to help, which ultimately is of the Lord, but to develop yourself. He that water himself. All right, because we're not in the time to look back. It's like it was one I had. Okay, Sirach 19:20. The fear of the Lord is all wisdom, and in all wisdom is the performance of the law, and the knowledge of his omnipotency. See, a lot of Christians, they don't believe that the Lord is omnipotent. They think that there's another force that can oppose him. They just think that there's an equal force unto him. It can't be, how you got, man. Hey, the Lord is omnipotent, simply put. He's all powerful. Verse 22, the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, neither at any time the counsel of sinners prudence. And that's what you don't want to consult with. You don't want to fall back into the world and I know this person and that person, and like the counsel of, like it just said, the counsel of sinners is not prudent. It's not. They're not going to tell you the right things. Right? It's nothing out there for you. It's nothing left. Everybody's looking towards us as the beacon of light. So if you're still holding on to the old shit, then I know so-and-so, I know, that shit is no good. It's dead. All right, Sirach 2:2, set thy heart aright. We want to be right. We want to be upright, and we want to be right, which is the same thing. Like I said, a wicked reasoneth, but not aright. We want to be aright. Set your heart right. Set your mind aright. Get your mind right. And constantly endure. Right? Continue to endure. And make not haste in time of trouble. All right? In that time of Jacob's trouble, where it was hit, this is the beginning phases of it. All right? The setup is happening right before our eyes. Now, we might make a move. Right? We might have to move quick. But when it's talking about basically, man, you don't want to do something in haste and fuck up. You don't want to go off. Going back to the original point, obey the voice of the Lord. Obey the Spirit. I was talking to a certain elder. Matter of fact, I'm going to say, hey, Elder Uriah, beautiful brother. And he had a spirit on him, man. He said, man, there's death angels out here. And it is. All right, you could feel it. Right, we all have our heads. We all have our personal angels around us. All right, then, with the brethren, of course, when 2 or 3 calls there, when 2 or 3 are gathered in name of Yahweh Shai, I'm there. All right, then the angels are there with that. But then you have death angels out here, these judgment angels. You have a lot of judgment going out so far. All right, we did not want to be caught in this judgment and destruction, in the time of visitation. Lord willing, this is edifying, Just stay on your toes. Stay on your toes. Shalom.